Hey guys, welcome back. Deadly Kitten here, and today we'll be talking about Dead by Daylight. Now, specifically the character Feng Min. We'll be going over her perks, playstyle, her character model itself, and more. Quickly, before we start, I will mention I am part and Twitch streamer focused on Dead by Daylight content 4 days a week over on Twitch, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 6 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the description, as well as any other socials if you're interested. Alright, let's get started. Now, Feng Min was introduced to Dead by Daylight in May 2017. She was featured in the 4th DLC pack, Spark of Madness. Now, this DLC includes Survivor Feng, Killer the Doctor, and the map Leary's Memorial Institute. The Spark of Madness DLC will send you back $9.95 Australian, and Feng can also be purchased with in-game currency called Iridescent Shards for a total of 9,000. Or with premium currency Auric cells for 500. However, if you play on Xbox, I will note that Feng is a free-to-play character. Feng Min's base perks make her a stealthy, objective-focused survivor. Her personal perks, Technician, Life, and Alert, will help her with repairing generators and locating the killer. Feng's first perk is called Technician, available to unlock for all characters in the Blood Web at level 30. The noises caused by your repairs and their hearing distances are reduced by 8 meters. This means the killer can no longer quickly patrol past gens to hear if one is being worked on, as they physically need to be 8 meters closer before they hear the gen. This perk also has a secondary ability, which prevents a gen from blowing up after a skill check is failed. The chance of the explosion being prevented depends on the level of the perk. Starting at level 1, there is a 30% chance the gen won't blow. This is increased to 40% at level 2 and 50% at level 3. This perk is extremely good for new players that are still getting used to successfully hitting those skill checks. Any failed attempts on a generator will alert the killer to your location by giving them a noise and visual notification. However, like we discussed, Technician gives you a 30 to 50% chance for any failed skill check to prevent the explosion of the gen, resulting in no notification to the killer. Moving on to her second perk, we have Life, available to unlock for all characters at level 35. Now, Life is a lot more complicated compared to the rest of her perks. While it is still beginner friendly, it is a different type of perk. Life is called an exhaustion perk, which basically means when you use these type of perks, you become exhausted and requires a cooldown to use again. This cooldown only works when you're walking. Running does not recover your exhaustion. This requires you to be aware of when you use it, while also making sure you have it ready for your next encounter. Life works automatically after performing a rush action. Now, a rush action is any vault while holding the shift key. This can activate, for example, after rushing through a window or over a pallet. You will then activate Life, which makes you burst into a sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds. After using Life, you will be exhausted for an amount of time depending on your perk level. At level 1, you'll be exhausted for 60 seconds. This decreases to 50% for level 2 and 40% for level 3. This perk is useful in many situations, such as running to another loop and making distance between you and the killer. Even as a high skill player, I still use Life occasionally, as it can be combined with other perks to make very strong builds. Feng's last perk is called Alert, available in the Blood Web for all characters at level 40. Another really good perk for new players. It shows the aura of the killer when they break a pallet, a breakable wall, or kick a generator. The aura duration depends on the level of the perk, with level 1 being 3 seconds, level 2 being 4 seconds, and finally level 3 lasting 5 seconds. This perk is completely passive and does not need to be activated by you to work. As long as the killer breaks or kicks an object, they'll be highlighted for X amount of seconds. Alert is a really underrated perk. Not only is it good for map-wide awareness, it is also extremely good for when the killer is chasing you. For example, after dropping a pallet and the killer breaking it, you will see which direction they are traveling for 5 seconds. This will give you the information you need to avoid the killer or time to make it to another loop. Feng's only downside, in my opinion, is her actual character model. Whilst her small character size is an advantage to small loops and objects around the map, her outfits available for purchase and even base clothing is very bright and able to be spotted by the killer easily. She also exhibits a high-pitched scream and loud grunts of pain, making her easy to be tracked by the killer. Regardless of her downside, I believe Feng to be one, if not the best survivor to start Dead by Daylight with. Question time. Who was your first character main in DBD? Were you like me and fell in love with Feng? Or was there another survivor who stole your heart? Let me know what you think in the comments and who I should do next. See ya.